Now, papasok tayo dun sa history ng predatory talent manager, okay, issue or scandal in the Philippines. So, nakwento natin nung una na dati, yung mga talent managers were showbiz based, okay? And ito yung gatekeeper sa showbiz industry, okay? Ngayon din, meron mga talent managers din, digital media talent managers, wherein they manage talents who made some names or who are able to establish strong following in social media like TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So ito yung malaki yung digital engagement nila. So dati may pinakauna according to urban legend, but I don't think it's the first, scandal in the Philippines involving a talent manager. But ito yung pinakaunang nag-boom, naging explosive siya, naging national issue. Ito yung issue ni Jojo Veloso. Jojo Veloso is a notorious, a very popular, very effective, so to speak, talent manager in showbiz. Ito yung 1990s, early 1990s, 1995 yung issue na pumatok or naging explosive o sumabog yung issue ni Hans Montenegro and Jojo Veloso. So, before yung mga millennial, kung millennial ka, alam mo yung Philippine exchange, yung ito yon. Pakita ko sa iyo. So, Pinoy exchange, okay? Pinoy exchange is like a public forum nung wala pang Twitter. I think wala pang Twitter dito, wala pang TikTok. So, yung bangayan, kung may tinatawag tayo sa Facebook na rambol, yung rambulan sa Facebook, dati ang rambulan dito sa Pinoy exchange. Kaya dito nag-aaway yung mga nagmamagaling, yung mga may mema, yung mga millennials, yung mga medyo umiedad na, mga probably 30s and above, alam nila yung Pinoy Exchange. Dito, ang daming nangyari sa Pinoy Exchange, yung mga, pupunta lang ako dito dati tungkol sa politics, kasi mahilig ako sa politics, pero yung Pinoy Exchange talaga, sikat siya in terms of public, forum, yung mga bangayan. So, ito may na-post dati, so I don't know it was posted in 2001. So, 2001. So, I did do some search. Kasi pag nag-search ka sa Google, for example, I did search. So, for example, what you're showing right now. So, Hans Montenegro, Jojo Veloso, puro mga kabastusan yung lumalabas. Para malaman ko ulit, so to refresh my mind. Kasi hindi ko naabutan tong issue na to. Sobrang bata. Bata pa ako ng 1995. So, hindi ko alam. So, but kumbaga, laman ko rin through social media and internet na mayroon talagang ganitong issue nun about Jojo Veloso and Hans Montenegro. I don't even know Hans Montenegro, although narinig ko siya as a previous actor or model. So, pag nag-search ka ng Hans Montenegro or Jojo Veloso, just to refresh your memory or to know more about this issue, ito yung lumalabas yung mga scandal, yung mga, alam mo na, pag ito, kabastusan to. Sa Twitter, sabi ko sa'yo, Twitter is a porn site for perverts. So, what you're gonna see is sexually explicit. Yung scandal, yung mismong video, yung casting couch video na sinasabi ko. Casting couch. So before, kaya yung sabi ko, may tinatawag tayong casting couch is physical, studio base. Doon pupunta yung nag-a-apply, yung potential talent para tingnan kung pwede siya sa role for a commercial or movie or whatever. So, by the way, yung term na casting couch is a term that was created in 1920s nung pinakaunang Hollywood, yung mga legends under Golden Mayer, etc. So yun, ito yung mga big studio bosses sa Hollywood ng 1920s. Sila yung nagpauna. Siyempre, maraming mga kwento about these big studio bosses who were like touching and um, offering this movie role for sexual favors from the actors or actresses. So yung casting couch is a term that was coined later on. So comedy based siya dati kasi may movie uh, in the 1930s, I believe 1920s, na title niya is Casting Couch. Pero ginamit yan sa pop culture to describe yung situation wherein it's being used to lure, for example, a talent into granting sexual favors para mabigyan ng role sa isang film or project. So ngayon may digital na tayo para mabigyan ng project sa brand ambassadorship, for example, mag-promote ng mga brands, etc. So yun. So pagpunta ka sa Google, ang daming mga tungkol sa scandal, mga kabastusan. So ang hirap magganap mga ano ba ito? Hans Montenegro scandal to Jojo Veloso, free porn. Hans Montenegro scandal, Pinoy. I mean, nananahimik na tong actor na to at sa totoo lang victim siya. At ang ending nito ay nung sumabog yung balita, dinamayan niya. So, nagbasa-basa ako konti before this vlog at umalis siya. He fled the Philippines for a peaceful life in the US at doon siya nag-aral ng psychology, I believe. So, gusto niya ng tahimik na buhay. So, I'm sorry, it's part of I'm just, discussing this matter in order to somehow enlighten the young people na nangyari ito noong panahon at kailangan mong magsalita. You need to speak out. If you have the platform, kasi noong unang panahon, yung mga may alam, yung mga nasa movie industry, yung mga batikan na producers, yung mga batikan na talent managers, they did not speak out at all. So, nagkaroon lang ng scandal kasi lumabas yung video. Okay? At dahil lumabas yung video, yung mga pirated CDs, I don't know kung may pirated CDs, doon na, hindi na mapagilan yung media. Kumbaga, the media was forced to talk about the matter, to write about it, kasi nga, naging in demand. Pero, kung hindi pa sumabog o lumabas nag-leak yung scandal video, hanggang ngayon siguro hindi alam na yung story ni Jojo Veloso who was preying on 15 years old and below. Okay, because at that time, according to kwento from Pinoy Exchange, okay, all you need to do is, okay, Hans Montenegro is the title. He was 14 years old. He's a minor. Okay, at umaten siya sa casting couch na to para sa isang commercial siguro. I don't know, but you can read up just to have yourself updated. So, ang sabi dito, for example, as for what Jojo Veloso did, he invited Hans for a supposed photo shoot. Yung comparison, dati photo shoot, ngayon, send mo yung photo mo. Gusto ko yung whole body. At kung pwede, para mas masaya ako, kasama yung private note mo. Okay? So, ngayon yung ganun yung laran. So, photo shoot when Hans was just 14. Okay? Veloso, being a talent manager, convinced Hans that he could get Hans some modeling gigs if he approved of a VTR. Dati VTR pa. Okay? Dati VTR. Okay? VTR pa. Oh, pa-VTR ka. Ganun dati. So, the bad part happened when he started fondling Hans' delicate area. So, my video na hindi ko pinanood, I think, siguro sa Twitter, check nyo. Doon sa Twitter na pinakita ko kanina, doon, in which, according to Twitter stories, na hinawakan talaga ni Jojo Veloso yung private part ng bata. 14 years old siya nun. So, mayroon talagang rape nangyari. May sexual harassment na nangyari sa bata. And at that time, Hans Montenegro was still 14. At dinanay niya nung una kasi nahihiya siya. So, yun. Sa mga nagsasabi na bakit hindi niyo sinasabi, bakit hindi niyo sabihin kung sino at ba't ngayon ka lang nagsalita? Yung mga yun, fuck you, fuck shit ka. Kasi nga, hindi natin alam, may mga bata na nahihiya, hindi na alam kung anong gagawin nila. Kaya mayroon tayong batas to protect minors, to protect the defenseless. At yung mga bashers yan, pupunta ako dito sa putang ng mga bashers na to after this. Okay, so being a talent manager, he started fondling Hans' private parts. Being only 14, Hans froze, not knowing what to do. He had to deny this humiliating experience 5 years ago. So, sabihin natin, yung issue broke out in 1995. So ibig sabihin, 1990 nangyari yung issue. Thankfully, this man has his act together now, and he's also set to make a comeback. Being an old friend from college, the rock is more than hobby, blah blah blah. So ito yung story nung 1996 from the Manila Times. Okay, so the title of which is The Unmaking of Jojo Veloso. So let's just read the gist of the story, shall we? Okay, so GMA7 or startup ran a blurry video. Yung scandal, sabi ko nga sa'yo, sumabog lang to nung nag-leak yung scandal video. Yun lang. Kung hindi pa lumabas yung video na yun, yung mga big time producers, actors na may alam, they're gonna stay silent, mga putang ina nila. So, okay, sana hindi maganon yung mga anak nila o yung mga apo nila ngayon. So, it's blurry video of a middle-aged man romping with 5 men, one after the other. Fondling, masturbation, and oral sex were among the highlights of the tape. Tape pa nun. So, 2 weeks later, ABS-CBN also aired footages from the same video. In the feeding frenzy that followed, ito kaya itong mga media yung unang panahon, mga walang hiya. So, in the feeding frenzy that followed, Jojo Veloso, a longtime purveyor of talent with a checkered past, quickly replaced Lolit Solis in the public's pantheon of monsters. Face of the moment, Hans Montenegro, one of the models caught in the video, was forced to watch the offending tape on a talk show. So, sa talk show, okay, Hans Montenegro pinanood sa kanya para magkaroon ng rating ang putang inang ABS-CBN nung unang panahon. So he was already probably older that time. Pinanood para lang sa rating. He was forced, Hans Montenegro was forced to watch the tape, the offending tape, despite his protestations of innocence. So dinanay niya, kasi nga nahiya siya. Although inamin na lang niya in the later part and later years na meron talagang nangyari. So a few days later, he fled the country in disgrace. When the National Bureau of Investigation raided Veloso's offices at 920 Luna Mencia Street in Mandaluyong, they retrieved 209 more tapes. Okay, all of them were erased except for one, says Mamerto Espartero, head of the NBI section tasked with investigating Veloso. This tape, never released for public airing, according to NBI, contains a reel where a well-known and handsome athlete was being masturbated. Sino kayo yun? Sino kayong putang nang masturbated by a man who looked like Veloso. So, my handsome athlete, well-known daw, na minamasturbate siya ni Jojo Veloso. Veloso's passion for videotaping himself is... So, ito sa sino ba to? Yung namatay ng maraming scandal sa Twitter na... hindi ko alam. Napanood ko lang yung Vic Fabio. Siya yung mako-compare ko kay Jojo Veloso. So, he's had this passion for videotaping himself in such an open secret in the industry that showbiz stalwarts find timing for exposes suspicious, blah blah blah. So, yan yung kwento ni Jojo Veloso. So, before, no one speak out. No one dared to speak out. Those people who knew about Jojo Veloso's sexual crimes, predatory activities, and pedophile, activities, they never spoke out until, nag-leak yung video. Doon lang nalaman ng media and ng public. At yung media, mga walang hiya yung media ng unang panahon. So, ginagamit lang nilang issue just for rating. But, we all know na alam ng media ito, open secret to sa industry. So now, meron tayong issue na ganito at the media is not picking it up. Okay, I don't know. It's probably because it's just TikTok. So ang masasabi lang sa issue na to, ang dami kong nakita sa TikTok na victim blamer. They blame the victim. Okay? At meron pa yung isa na napaputang ina talaga ako na walang hiya talaga. Sobrang walang hiya. Pangalan niya is yung Pinuno TV. Na napanood ko yung kanyang rant na kung saan minumura niya yung mga nagsasalita, yung mga witnesses, those kids who were able to witness. Napanood ko yun, although na-delete. So itong video na Pinuno TV, nag-comment talaga ako na sinabihan ko siyang bobo na walang, basta hindi ko alam kung anong klaseng pag-iisip siya kasi he was bashing those kids who were trying to expose the guy, the talent manager, the predatory talent manager. Sabi ko sa kanya, ang kanyang reason lang is marami akong kilalang talent manager. Yun lang yung kanyang argument. Meron akong kilalang talent manager. Hindi mo nagigets yung point ko. Kung ano man yung point ng putang inang to. At saka kung ano-anong kabubuhan yung kanyang pinagsasabi. So, and ito, palaban pa siya. Ang kapal ng mukha niya. So, hindi ka na lang ipapakita yung kanyang video. Kung gusto niyo makita, he's a victim blamer and victim enabler. Okay? Well, kung makikita niyo yung punto niya, wala siyang point at all. So, people like him, I don't know how they got hundreds of thousands of followers, but people like him are fucked up. They are the reason why there are talent managers like this predatory talent manager that we talk about over the past days. So, those who have, at sinasabi ko lang na dahil rape is crime against persons, pwedeng makialam dito ang gobyerno. The state can step in order to protect the defenseless. At let's protect the defenseless. That's all I can say about this matter. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this is again Uncensored Asian Vlog, and have a good one to all of you.